Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing some more GTA mods, and instead of doing just one mod to show off and do it per video like that, I'm actually going to be doing two. That's right. So I'm probably going to try and do like a couple mods per video now, rather than just doing one singular one, because I don't feel like that's going to add too much content just for me to talk and for me to make a short video, in other words. But yeah, so anyway, as you can tell from the title of the video, if you can't, well, read it first and then you'll see what's happening. Yeah, we've got awesome mods installed. Yeah. We've got one called manual transmission. We've got a manual transmission mod, which obviously does exactly what it says on the tin. And we've got one called the train driver mod, which isn't exactly like a big massive one to show off. So these are kind of like two smaller mods, which are kind of cool. And obviously because these are the first time they've came out, you know, there's only like the beginning features, there's some bugs, there's some things that people don't like. Like for example in the manual transition mod I will get onto it, but for now I will actually just start and get in there. So all it is turn your music off so you don't get copyright strict on YouTube. So I have to cut the sound there. But in other words, all you need to do is get into a car and press right on the keyboard, and this changes per, you know, per controller, or per, if you use an Xbox controller, PS3, PS4 controller, or just using a normal keyboard. So what you do is you press right, or you press right on the D-pad, depending on whatever that gamepad is, and that will enable it on. Once you know it's enabled, it'll say Gear 1 at the bottom. So this is where your, like, gear counter, I think you can call it, I guess. This wouldn't happen in a real car. You wouldn't have a gear counter, so to speak. But this works normally. This is the superior transition. You don't go off automatic. That's what I kind of hate in this game, is that like they haven't added manual transmission, and now they like there's a mod that does it. It makes it even better. So you can see I'm driving around in gear 1. It's really slow. It's really rainy too, as you can tell. Like I can't tell, but every time I try and record a video, it always rains in this game. Anyway, moving on. All you got to do is to shift up. You press X or A if you're on a gamepad, depending on it. Like if you're using a PS3 one, or you're using an Xbox one, or if you're using a keyboard, you press left shift to gear up, like that. And then once you gear up, obviously you know that varies depending on you know, if you want to gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, or gear 5. Now, a pre-warning is that like you can't like jump to gear 5 early. You have to actually wait until you hit a certain rev counter. So if I gear down like so, you'll see if I press an W to go, it'll actually just stop at like full like this, and if I gear up, it'll stay at 4 like that. So like it won't get any more than 4. But what that means is it's time to gear up for you. Now obviously this isn't like real world transmission. I keep saying transition, it's a total accident, I promise. But yeah, so it's not like real transmission. You've got to wait until it hits a certain marker, and then you can press the gear up button to gear up again. So again, we'll reach the end, gear up, and then on gear 3. This changes per car, bear in mind. This is just this car, for example. I think this is Michael's default car, actually, so if you use that one. I'm trying to find a good runway so I can gear up. Some good road. You get to see my terrible driving instead. But yeah, so one downside to this mod that I said about at the beginning is that you can't actually manually gear down, so to speak. So if you're coming to a stop, you can't like gear down and have all the revs go best impression ever. But you know, you have to actually, it does that part automatically. Now the mod offer, there's loads of comments on the thread about it being him wanting to change it to manual, so obviously bear that in mind, that manual might be getting a downgrade into gearing down might be turned into manual too. So there we go. But anyway, like I say, it's a cool little mod. I try and want to get some speed up so I can actually get to gear 5. I mean, I don't think I can do it anywhere in the city, to be honest. Maybe across here if I'm quick enough. Like, it's Michael's default car too. I haven't upgraded it or anything. I just, oh god, terrible. Oh jeez, why didn't I pick Franklin? Here we go, gear 5. Come on, give me a gear 5. Okay, well, I mean, the car's geared up, but I'm not in gear 5, so there you go. I guess it must be max gears 4 then, by the looks of it. So there you go, never mind, eh? So that's the manual transmission mod. I said it right that time. Like I say, a lot to come in the future too. Just check out the thread in the description if you want to get a better look at it. And obviously download it too. Okay, so moving on to the second mod I've got installed. As you can see, I'm just pulling up on this. Oh god, okay, I just automatically teleported into it. But anyway, so like I say, moving on to the second mod which we've got installed, and it's called the train driver mod. Now this one's pretty basic. All it literally does is if you press F to get in the vehicle, you don't have to be climbed on top of it, you literally automatically teleport into it. But the way this works is you can actually control the speed of how fast or how slow the train goes. So there's no actual like throttle meter that gradually goes up to. It's literally you press W to go super speed forwards, or press S to slow down and then gradually super speed backwards. So just because we're at a stop, I'm going to show you backwards. So normally, if you could tell, there's actually silence in the game. Now there's not actually a noise for a train going backwards, because normally that's not a normal thing to do. You never drive a train backwards. Well, you can in real life, obviously, you know, if you're that risky. But in this game, like you tell, so the sound on that bit is broken. So you can like glide along at the speed of sound to the sound of silence, which is quite cool. So there you go. Alternatively, you can go forwards at the speed of God knows how fast, but it is pretty quick. Oh, let me ram this guy, please. Oh, damn it, I missed him. Oh, well. But yeah, so like I say, and I think this is, you can't actually spawn in any more trains either. So if you wanted to have like a head-on collision with trains, sadly you can't do that. I've already tried. So sadly enough, cry. So there you go. But like I say, you've got accelerate to go forwards, obviously, S to go backwards. Obviously, if you're using the gamepad, it's also got that supported too. But you can also do another button as opposed to this mod. You know, there's obviously another button included in this. Is the fact that you can actually derail the train, but still be driving it on the tracks. So I don't see the reason for this. It's in the game though. There's not a problem with it. I don't mind it being in the game. But I find it's just a little bit weird anyway. So if you actually press the duck key, which I think is X, like that, that should count as derailed now. As you can see, all the train itself is derailed, quote unquote, but it's actually still going along, and I can still control it. Like I'm just holding W at the moment to go fast. So like if I do this, you'll see I can just come to a stop and I can reverse. So there you go. So if you ever wanted to be a derailed train and go really fast forwards and backwards, now you have that option, so there you go. But anyway, like I say, those are the two mods that I've done today. Obviously, like I say, if you want to download these, links in the description. I think, just for the train driver mod, you will have to actually download the LUA mod, or Lua mod. Like add-on, so to speak, and you can add, so it's similar to how ScriptHook works, but you just got to install that one into your root, really. Root directory of GTA 5, so there you go. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed these mods, obviously links in the description. Go credit them on GTA forums, obviously, for making them, and say thank you to them if you're enjoying them. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next part when I can find some more wacky ass mods. So there we go. Goodbye for now.
Say I am.